Oh, we're back for the Last of Us bonuses. Let's see this one. Queen Firefly, I think we want.
Our first torture scene.
And it's with the lovely Robin Atkin Downs, which I was just joking and saying that it's not a Naughty Dog game if Robin isn't getting the shit kicked out of him.
He's been in every game since Uncharted 1.
We just put him through the ringer on this one. Poor guy.
It was important to show just how far Joel has come from the father you see in the opening sequence to here is a man that is willing to torture someone to just get
But it's
what
so
is essentially
interesting.
money in this world.
Right, but it's interesting because he's not. He's like that brutal enforcer. It's kind of like that scene in LA Confidential where he's Russell Crowe. She's running the show. She's the dominating one, and I'm just brought in to be the
She's
muscle.
the brains of the operation.
Yeah, clearly.
Brains.
Stop!
She was the dominating one.
That's all Robin's expressions too. It's so great. They did such a great job with the facial.
Yeah, it's important to note also all the facial is hand animated. We don't use any facial mocap. We find that we get better results with our animators.
And it almost becomes one-to-one.
Yeah.
It's just genius. Here it is. Wait for it.
Give me a week.
Snap.
I might have done that
Gonna
if you
snap
hadn't
that.
tried to fucking kill me.
Mode of hesitation. It's gonna cost you.
I can't.
We re-edited that. We used to show the break, and actually it was less brutal than when we didn't show
When you didn't show it?
Yeah, when it's left to your imagination, it's a lot worse.
Yeah, but just you can see the way that his arms positioned. But yeah, you're right. This is so revealing, not only about the relationship, but about, again, who Joel has become. To go from a father who just cares about keeping his nose down and keeping the job and playing by the rules, to being a guy who could just literally break some guy's arm over guns. It's just crazy.
Come on. And fuck those
Should
fireflies.
have kept it in the
Let's
scene.
go get them.
It's not that brutal.
She loved doing that scene too, and he loved that. She tried not to smile every time. And I love it's just business as usual. It's back to it. It's like, all right, so now what?
And we're about to meet the very talented Merle Dandridge.
Ah, Merle. Now, here's something interesting about this. Again, going back to the audition, that process. We saw a bunch of different girls, even girls that we had originally seen for tests. We brought back to see.
They're all really
Marlene.
good.
They're fantastic.
And then Merle came in and just.
And
there
I
was
wasn't,
no question.
And I wasn't there for that. And
Ashley can chime in.
Or no.
Ashley was part of the audition for Merle.
When she came in, it was hands down.
Yeah.
It's like, that's Marlene, come on.
It's funny that all three of us knew like right away that yeah, she needs to play Marlene.
But you said we ended up setting up a special thing just for her.
Yeah.
Because you're like, you've got to see her. I want you to see
Yeah,
her.
we had callbacks and she was busy, she couldn't make it. And we had a special day of callbacks just to bring her in because we felt really confident that she could do it.
'Cause I felt like she was the only one who didn't play it all either super tough.
Or street, yeah.
Yeah, she kind of had
Yeah,
the
she really
perfect
straddled that
combination.
line.
It was so great. But we did that first scene in the audition, literally first take, first scene, and she exits. It's at the very end of the game, and she turns around and exits, and I turned around, look at Neil, I was like, I just mouthed, "Are you kidding me?" It's like,
And
it was
I
done.
mouthed, I told you so.
Yeah, she did such a great job. This is another kind of thing that I think is interesting that's happening in video games where we see two really strong women characters, female characters that aren't being over-sexualized. They're just strong women.
So I think the person who played her in the game played her in the show, so this Marlene.
Here we go. Ellie's introduction.
Yep.
And this stuff is all shot out of sequence. So it's I don't know, maybe you guys can talk about the process of how you get into that state.
I'm trying to remember that. I just really like the fact that the first time you see Ellie, you see her knife first.
Right.
I just think that's
You see that
kind
she's
of
a
awesome.
fighter.
Yeah.
That knife
I
should have a
I
name.
forgot that was the first time that you saw Ellie. That was the first scene.
They should give that knife a name.
That just from the get-go, she's fighting.
Yeah, but it's not just she's fighting because she really cares for Marlene. That's kind of
Yeah.
the crux of this is that you see these two characters really care for one another. And I love in such a short time you see between Marlene and Ellie, there's this connection that's so
Right.
important because that has to carry through to the end of the game when Marlene shows up again.
Well, even like just the positioning of the two people. I mean, it's Joel and Tess versus Ellie and Marlene.
And just like, it's so interesting watching, right, Joel here has like, doesn't even make eye contact with her. He doesn't even acknowledge her existence.
Right.
She's not crossing to that part of town. I want Joel to watch over her.
Whoa, I don't think that's
Bullshit,
the
I'm not
best
Ellie.
idea.
him.
Our first fight.
Here we go.
Bullshit!
I was close with his brother Tommy. Said if I was ever in a jam, I could rely on him.
Was that before or after he left?
Just reminding the player, like this guy you saw in the beginning, Joel's brother, he's changed too and he's been involved.
Yeah.
Just get hints of,
There's a falling out between the two of them.
And it's just as you go on, you're starting to fill in that 20-year gap.
Just cargo, Joel.
No more talking.
Which is pretty true to your writing too, because I'm like, so what happened here? It's always, what do you think?
What do you think happened there? Because I have no idea.
I don't have the time to write it.
Don't take long. And you, stay close.
For Joel, right, that's a hint. It's like, I don't want to be around this kid.
Right.
Because some subconscious part of him knows I could get hurt here.
I don't want to be around this kid. She makes too many jokes.
Is it?
First moment alone.
What does Joel do?
Time for bed.
Takes a nap.
The hell with you.
I'm
Let's take a
tired.
nap.
What are you doing?
Killing time.
I do really like this scene.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I am sure you will figure that out.
It's a great moment.
It's another one of those moments too where it's like it just feels like Joel is just always exhausted. Like this world is just bearing down on him.
But I love that moment too, where she points out the watch, where we get to establish that watch that.
Yeah, and that's
Sarah
something
gave
we
me.
didn't have in the beginning. That's actually something we inserted after the fact. Not for this scene, but there's another scene where we have that.
But I also love, like you said, the kind of the juxtaposition between Joel and Ellie, to where
Juxtaposition.
Joel's just, like you said, weary and exhausted, and you have this total opposite, almost antithetical thing of like this naivete and this childlike behavior that's wanting to explore. And it
here
shows up in this.
she's talking about having bad dreams, like the idea that they are both carrying this baggage with them, and it's how they first connect.
Look how dark it is. Can't be any worse up there. Can it?
What on earth do the Fireflies want with you?
Hey. Sorry it took so long. Soldiers flying everywhere. How's Marlene?
What a great moment. He finally addresses her, finally connects on that level, and that moment's interrupted.
Well, it's also the first time kind of Ellie, if you think about it, opens up to him. She's saying, I'm scared, right? That was the subtext of
Yeah,
that question.
that's true.
Go get some guns.
So this part where it shows he's always tired. I wish they implemented that in the game more, where he can rest. Because he's not really a young guy, is he, anymore?
Don't do anything stupid.
Move.
Turn around, on your knees.
It's such an interesting thing that we're like 2 hours into the game, and we're still the enemy, if there is one, or just other humans, just other people that are on other sides of the law, but there's no infected, there's no clickers, there's no anything.
Look the other way. I can make this worth your while.
Shut up. Tired of shit.
This was done well in the show, this scene, I think.
What's ETA?
Couple minutes.
Love the attention to detail, the rain falling off their faces. And she's the one that strikes out first.
Then it's interesting how Joel instinctively, when a gun is pointed at Ellie, he acts.
Yeah.
Again, there's something subconscious that he feels like he has to protect this girl, even if he doesn't realize it yet.
Here it is.
He set us up.
So this is starting to build up that conflict between Joel and Tess.
Yeah.
And this is something we struggled in the story for a long time, is like, how do we motivate this guy that shouldn't really want to do this mission? How do we get him to take on this mission to carry Ellie across the country? And it was through Tess. So if we get Tess to really buy into this thing, and then we, you know, at least initially, at least until we can spend long enough time with Ellie so they can connect.
Yeah.
And then it becomes about something else.
I'll also say, Ashley, when we were doing this, the way that you conveyed fear, because that's a very scary situation that you're in, because you felt like your back was against the wall.
Thanks.
It would have been interesting to have Tess throughout the game, or they would have had a what-if scenario if Tess, you could play out the game with Tess still alive throughout the game. They should have done a what-if scenario of different, but I think that probably make the game much more longer, or a DLC. What if Joel's daughter never died? What if Joel and his brother were together? What if it was someone else that was immune? Maybe Tess.
Yeah, this is where we really, okay, this is where we kind of show you the difference between Joel and Tess.
Yeah, because you're starting to see Tess really kind of buy into this, and you see some hope.
Well, the thing I like about your performance here is you really get the sense of the conversation she's had with Marlene and the struggles she's been going through the past 3 weeks.
She said that they have their own little quarantine zone with doctors there still trying to find a cure.
It's where you see just deep inside how much Tess is desperate for any kind of redemption.
Whatever happened to me is that...
Remember, Ashley, we were talking about the scene and the idea that Ellie's not sure she believes in this thing. She feels this whole thing is insane and ridiculous.
I remember that.
I believe the direction I gave you was like, imagine you're giving yourself a compliment.
Yeah. If you as a person in real life found out you were the cure for mankind.
I'm kind of awesome.
Yeah,
apparently,
you wouldn't.
so I am the Messiah.
In that 3 weeks, you wouldn't, it'd be hard to own that.
She's the John Connor of the Last of Us world, isn't it?
Watch your step as you're going out, because it's going to be a
Little brat.
I love the dynamics of this scene where it's like Tess has this secret, right? She's bitten. She's not telling Joel or anybody yet. Joel here for the first, again, he's connected. He can't help it. It's the first time he's like saying something semi-nice to Ellie.
But there's still this layer of cynicism behind it.
He gets taken away by that childlike wonder. And this is something we added after the fact, the watch. The watch wasn't, we didn't have the watch at the time.
Yeah.
And Joel was just crossing his arms, and I asked the animators to like, oh, could you just flip his wrist and have him look at the watch?
Yeah.
This moment is reminding him of Sarah.
I love that it's almost a warning from Tess to Joel, like kind of like last words.
It's like this determination, and you're not sure why. What's
Yeah.
different now, Tess?
Broken watch. If you do a cosplay of Joel, you have to have the broken watch, right?
No. No, no, no.
Tess's desperation.
What happens now?
I love, like, and it totally comes across without many words or anything, just through the expressions on Joel's face, which is, I've put up with this long enough.
Right.
This is over. I've indulged you enough, Tess.
This lab of theirs.
She never said. She only mentioned that it was someplace out west.
What are we doing here? This is
Yeah,
not.
that calm, pacifying, trying to talk some sense into you.
I know that you are smarter than this.
Really?
Right.
Guess what? We're shitty people, Joel. It's been that way for a long
I
time.
love the fact that her character, she knows she's gonna die any minute, but she's still holding on to so much hope.
Yeah.
That, well, she's different.
Right.
Look at her bite. The world could still change.
And it's kind of this theme that, like, this idea of, I've done all this crappy things, but it's all okay if I could do this one thing right.
Right.
And then that kind of moves over to Ellie. And we see that theme later when Ellie, like, talks about it can't be for nothing.
I got to point this out. Everybody else, because this was a part of the audition scene too, everyone else did that "don't touch me." They screamed it out, and I love the way she did that, where it was like that first "don't touch me." And it's
Yeah.
just that realization. And I love the fact that Ellie's the one that figures it out, not Joel.
Oh, Christ.
And again, the back and forth Annie's doing between this freaking badass to such vulnerability and constantly jumping back and forth, and she brought that every take. We're all like, because every take she's like full on crying by the end of it.
She's incredible. You're right. She's such a badass, but she was so vulnerable at the same time. It's just such a
Shows
hard
two
thing to
sides of the
play.
same strength too.
God. I'm such an Annie fan.
You have to feel some sort of obligation to me, so you get her to Tommy's.
I remember you coming out of a take, and Troy's like, look at me, he's like, you don't understand. You're not right there staring into her eyes.
Yeah.
I can buy you some time, but you have to run.
You want us to just leave you here?
Yes.
There's no way that...
This moment where, like, Joel's like in denial. It's like, there's something I could do. They're not even understanding, like, she's gone. She's already gone. There's nothing he could do right now.
And also, she is just laser-eyed on Joel doing that, even though she's talking to Ellie.
No, just go.
Tess has to snap him out of it. It's like, you know you have to do it.
Ellie.
And I believe this is the first time Joel refers to Ellie by her name. I don't think anywhere else in the game he does that. Before him. And again, it was important to stay. We stay with Tess, just showing. Here's her emotions finally coming through when Joel is gone.
It would have been interesting to see a what if Joel came back and fought with Tess, and then she becomes a clicker, and then Joel has to kill her. It would have been an interesting DLC of a what if scenario.
Like I don't remember if we talked about this, but Ellie has just this clearly a problem with authority, where somebody's telling her what to do.
Yeah, for sure. I think that also, I have a problem with authority. So that came out a little bit in Ellie.
Tess. I don't even know what
Here's how this thing's gonna play out. You don't bring up Tess.
Yeah, that's so. Joel knows what he needs to do to survive, which is just let go. He needs to let go fast of these things, or they will kill you.
Don't tell anybody about your condition.
That's great. I love that he refers to that as her
Condition.
You can barely acknowledge. Just
We're
still
trying to search for the term for it. You being the whole cure for humanity thing.
Good.
I love that he says good, but the subtext is clearly like, all right, good enough.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna get out of this kid.
Good chance he could get us a car.
Okay.
Let's get a move on.
Not much to say on that one.
Hey, it's Bill.
Lovely Earl Brown.
Oh, Brown. That's that
I remember
dude.
you were kind of geeking out when you auditioned with him.
I was. We saw like a lot of people for Bill, and there was a lot of like stars that came in. I was really surprised. Like, but then when he walked in, I was like, holy crap, it's Dan Dougherty from Deadwood.
He's amazing to work with. I've worked with him before a while ago, and I just love working with him.
You actually hit him in this scene in the face.
That's right.
I did.
Right there, and we kept it. And he kept going. What a trooper.
That's one of my favorite things. Is when he goes, am I
Yeah.
dead?
He was sick that day.
Yeah.
He was like getting over a cold.
I did hit him, and I felt so bad because it was a complete accident. I think I didn't realize my swing was going a
That
lot
was
faster
the
than I thought
first
it was.
of many people that you hit during the shoot of this project.
Yeah.
Getting
It
into
happens.
character. Well, I also love this business that he's doing here too. That was something that he completely made up. He's like, you know, working on the sword and.
I love this. Again, I love this moment. This paternal thing. Like, just shut up, kid. I need to handle this.
He's always a dad.
Actually, Bill, they are.
Daddy Joe.
Well, it don't matter because I don't have a car that works. But there is one in this town. Parts. There are parts in this town. Meaning that you could fix one up. All right.
It gives in.
And I love just taking that time. Take that pause.
All right. It's on the other side of town. Now you help me go gather it, and maybe I can put something together that runs. But after this, I owe you nothing.
That's fine. A couple of days from now, we'll probably be dead anyway.
And it's like opening handcuffs, but again, I see it as this almost tender moment between Joel and Ellie.
Stay right on my ass.
And
Building their relationship.
Another great
slowly.
Ellie line. Smart ass.
Smart ass. So that would have been interesting also once again to have a maybe like you can pick who you play with. Not just Joel, you can play with Ellie throughout the whole game or play with Bill. That would have been interesting if they allowed us that option. Also, I think it was a big mistake not putting Bill in the TV show. He's the exact same scene for scene like the game.
The rehearsal for all these scenes. So we would shoot these things in chunks. So we'd bring like Earl in and Ashley and Troy and just shoot we're gonna shoot the whole Bill sequence. And talking to Bill, and he's about to talk about a partner that he's had. We've talked, there was a question that brought up is like, what kind of partner is this? And Earl asked, is Bill gay? And I said, well, he could be. I mean, it's really up to you.
Well, no, you gave the standard response of,
What do you think? Because I really want him to own it. I thought he was when I wrote the part, but I really wanted the actor to own it, and he did. I mean, he made that decision to make him a gay character. And again, it's not something we ever explicitly say, except for the magazine that Ellie steals.
Right. But again, instead of making that a point and something, it's just a cute little piece of exposition.
Well, and from a narrative structural standpoint, what Bill is there to show is, here's what happens when you survive on your own in this world. It's like you're alone and miserable and a little bit crazy, and it's what could happen to Joel if he keeps going down this path of just doing whatever he takes to survive. And also, Bill is there to kind of give Joel the warning. It's like, you go down this world, you care for people, you will get hurt.
Hey! What'd I say to you when we walked down the steps?
And that's where Ellie has stolen a bunch of Bill's stuff.
I love that flips him off.
God damn it. You keep babysitting long enough and eventually...
I love that line of fixing the stupid pile. Because I feel like that's something a kid would say when you're trying to cover, when you're it's
Right.
nothing specific.
I was just stealing all your stuff.
Fix the pencils over here.
I love Ashley Johnson's voice. I think she was in Recess as Gretchen. She also was in What Women Want with Mel Gibson. She's got one of those voices for cartoons and games.
Oh, this is the one where we abused Troy. And I was like, you have to fly face first into the ground. And he's like, but I should roll. No, fly face first into the ground.
It was like, well, if I roll this way, then actually, they're like, it looks too ninja when you can't do it. So I literally just had to eat shit time after time again. It's like seeing stars. It was great.
Please tell me you're done.
Yeah, you guys are acting against nothing. There's nothing there.
That's something we always had to remember, was bring the tension back.
Not much to say for that.
Left too that he closes a glass door like that's gonna do much.
Yeah, right?
So that worked out well.
Oh, the thing I love here is that, well, that Bill constantly brings up Tess, not knowing that
Right.
Tess is dead because Joel doesn't want to talk about it.
Right.
But here it gets to Joel. And this is something that you guys actually just improvised. That wasn't in the script, this big fight that happens here. It was much more low-key in the script.
Yeah, once he brings up Tess, that was something we kind of keyed in on.
What, you know this guy or something? Frank. Who the hell's Frank?
He was my partner.
They're both kind of lying to each other. If you think about the previous scene, right? He mentioned this partner, but almost like, I didn't care about him, I let him go. And you realize that's not the truth at all. He
Right.
really cared for this guy, and this guy probably left him.
Yeah.
I love how clinical he is about this. With that look on his face says everything.
Well, that turn too that Earl did, but he realizes Joel is looking at him and he's being vulnerable right now, and he puts the mask back on.
Yeah.
And I remember like seeing that moment from Earl, I was like, yeah, we cast the right guy.
Well, fuck him.
And then that turn right there. Which again is kind of why Bill, what purpose Bill serves in the story, is to show that having those moments of emotion, there's nothing he feels, there's nothing but weakness.
Get out. Get out.
I love it.
That relationship between the two of you,
I
it
love
was so
it.
good. That's
Yeah.
what was great about the cast, is constantly having to switch from these really serious, dramatic vulnerabilities to playing tough, right? Because that's what you kind of have to do in this world, is let your humanity come out, but then learn when to shut that off to survive. And also, you're seeing, it's very subtle here, but you're starting to see this change in Joel, where he's given Ellie more and more responsibility. He's trusting her. Instead of just saying, stay out of my way, he's like,
Right.
I need your help.
So in the TV show, I think they tell you what happened with Bill and his partner. To me, that episode was kind of not that important. They should have just kept Bill in the TV show like the same as the game, where he helps Joel and Elliot. Yeah, I found that episode boring.
This is a good point that, in case people weren't aware of the process. I mean, everyone at this stage, we had such great sets, even though it's kind of rudimentary, but they actually built a truck for us, and we used that truck so many times. But I think this was the last scene that we shot with Earl.
Yeah, and rehearsal, I would try to give you guys as much of concept art and videos that we had,
Right.
so you can imagine the space, because you have nothing there to act off of, except each other.
That's right.
You guys have each other.
It's true.
And I love this exchange between Bill and Joel too, because it's Joel trying to kind of apologize for an awkward situation and trying to show some sensitivity to him, and Bill just completely glosses over it.
The thing with Joel that I kind of admire, like, he can't come up with the right words. He can never come up with the right words. I was like, it's like a half sentence. He's like, so, yeah.
And Bill kind of finishes that for him, but it's
Which really helps my writing. This theme comes in here because to show Joel's now alone with Ellie, but the relationship has changed. This is starting to become that theme we heard in the beginning with Sarah. Now we're getting into the first scene we ever shot, and this is your guys' edition right here.
yeah.
Yeah, this was the first audition scene when I came in. when I read for you guys, along with another scene that I don't know if it's in the game or it
It's not in
probably
the game.
changed a
That's
little
it's
bit.
like the scene with the Walkman.
Yeah, the scene with the Walkman.
There's a
Yeah.
scene. There was the scene kind of like it, but it's pretty different.
Bag of bills. I mean, all this stuff was just lying there.
I wonder if that comic book is you can get
What
those
else did
comic
you
books
get?
in real life.
Well, and I especially love this because
Yeah, in
especially
the
at this
game.
point we had no idea who Bill really was.
That is actually before my...
How many times did we come back to this scene? Like at
God,
least 3 times.
Yeah, at least 3 times. I love what she says. I was like, hey, you know who this is? And the different versions of songs that we ran through with this too is great.
I'm sure your friend will be missing this tonight.
That's
like-
the guy on the cover is John Sweeney, one of our concept artists.
Yeah, interesting. Didn't know that.
That's awesome.
How the hell would he even want
Is the centerfold also his penis?
this is about?
We should have that unlockable. You can see what she's looking at.
Yeah.
Unlockable
Get your
of
subscription to Bearskin Magazine today.
I'm just fucking...
The 18 plus the
The
game. then.
awkwardness of that moment.
But it's also such a great moment of levity between the two of them.
I don't know. That's kind of a way of her complimenting him or trying to bond with him.
Yeah.
And it's something I was very conscious of when like writing this stuff. It was like, this is making me uncomfortable here on the page. I have to leave it as is.
Yeah. That's your litmus test.
tired.
I love that. Not even tired. Cut to passed out.
So litmus test.
This is the first scene because it was part of that reveal trailer. It's the first scene that I ever saw put together fully, and I was just absolutely blown away how good it looked. It was the first time I'd actually seen, real flesh and bone put on Joel and Ellie.
And the yawn we added after the fact.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Because we were like, oh, she doesn't have a yawn. She should have a yawn when she wakes up. And then you were yawning on the set, and we're all yawning because it's contagious.
They should have
I
let
know,
you
just
drive.
watching that, I just yawned. I tried to be quiet about it.
I love that this moment of silence and kind of peacefulness is broken up by this.
Joel knows this trick. He knows it because he's done this before.
Right. Poor John Bentley. And I love again how that music is playing not as a score but coming from the car. It's just great.
I believe that was Ruben that we hit and
Yeah,
had
that
him
was
fly,
Ruben.
fly off the truck like that.
And music is in the TV show, so I think, and would have been interesting to have if they let you drive all the way where you control and see the scenery. It would have made the game a bit longer, but the game is about the scenery, isn't it? Oh, I thought there was more cutscenes after that. Let's go behind the scenes. Am I missing some cutscenes? Cinematics, I mean. Hey, what's happening, bro? Just watching all the bonuses. And don't worry, you can maybe just watch it again or unlockable concept art 15 comic art gallery. You have to collect all the comic books, I think. So I didn't collect all the comic books in the game. Damn it. I think there's any more. Render mode. I would like to try the Old West. Purchase. Wonder what the game will look like in Old West. Black and white, you know what it look like. Dream Pop. Let's try Dream Pop also. concept art, I've done all of that. Cinematics. So there's more cutscenes after that. Don't know why it's not here. Anyway, let's see behind the scenes of how they made the game. Oh, it's 1 hour 25 minutes. That's quite long, man. I think maybe it'd be better that whole stream for that. Should I start it now? But then if I start it now, I don't know if we can forward past it. Yeah, I'm going to leave that because I don't know if there'll be music in that. It'll get copyrighted. I'll do another stream for that. Possible to make parts of bonuses. What do you mean, like? Let's see, Alone and Forsaken. That's like the last of parts you did. Oh, I think I'm going to just add the bonuses into The Last of Us. There's the first part where I just did all the concept arts, and then I did the cinematics, 2 of them, and then I continued the rest up till this part. And then the grounded one, which is probably be better to leave it for another stream because it says 1 hour 25 minutes. And plus if it's got music in it, it might get copyrighted this stream if I play this one. So if it has music in it, I can delete it anywhere. This one just cutscenes, it didn't have no music in it, just the actors talking behind. Let's see if I can do the render mode. How do you do this one? I want to see what it looks like. I have to start a new game. Let's see. I put the music off at the menu because I think it'll get copyrighted, so that's why I've done the music off. You just have to put the volume down of the music.
There's our bridge. We're a little closer.
Display. Where's the render mode? So you see, this is the difficulty levels. I was playing on normal when I did my playthrough of the game. There's easy, there's hard, survivor, and then grounded is very difficult because grounded you have less ammo, you can't listen, the enemies are more, they do more damage to you, I think, and they can hear you more easily. Grounded is very difficult, weird. See, listening mode is on, yeah. Hence, when you go to grounded mode, all that disappears. There's no listening mode. Do I think we should remove? Yeah, Grace for one. Grace definitely. Even Lemon is. She just comes in like every now and then. And even Zell I'm not seeing often. Emmet, I don't know how long they've been away because I need to check the chat history, you can tell. Grace has obviously been very long. Lemon's been long, she's come back. Zell is popping every now and then. Emmet also. I think for now we should just, I don't know if Angela has already done it, we should just remove Grace and Lemon. We'll see how Zell and Emmet, if they're coming. Let's remove now and let's see for a week how it goes. Yeah, but the problem is it's not easy to remove them because of the comments. We have to tell Angela to do it. I don't know if Angela is she's too busy to be bothered with that. Maybe she keeps forgetting. She got busy with her studies. Where's my wire gone? I'm just looking for my iPhone charger. I mean the iPad. What's over there? Found it. Yeah, she won't like the. Yeah, let's not remove now because she won't like the mod drama, isn't it? She's already got other dramas of the stream keep cutting off in the night. Yeah, let's keep it chill. Dialogue music. One of the music you've turned it down is in the game also. I don't know what all this is. Device, auto, stereo headphones, channels, auto. A lot of new things in these games, isn't it? The newer games. Stereo headphones, azimuths. The older games didn't have so much options of audio and all this stuff. PS4 Pro enhancements. What is that about? Screen resolution. Not letting me click it. Oh, that's PS4. I don't have a PS4. I think that's why it's not letting me click it. 30 frames per second. I got that off. Enable HDR requires HDR TV. find the render mode. What is the photo mode? Photo mode on, let's see. L3 button, let's see what photo mode is. Orbit, right, camera. Oh damn, you can hide people. Final year at school and they just give too much work on classes at final year college. That's why she might be busy. Yeah. How do you zoom into that camera? I want to see what that camera is. I think you're buying that same exact torch that the Joel carries. L1. Oh, sorry, L1 it goes far. R1. That's the closest. Ooh, the world is going upside down. Imagine you can play the game like this. You'll feel dizzy. Would it let me play the game like this? Let me see.
Think.
No, it
Just
won't.
keep at
It goes
it.
back to
Come on.
normal. Let's change the camera view. Field of view. Wow, you can zoom in. Let's see the details on the skin. Damn, look at that. You can see the cuts. Yeah, that will be the most hardest mode to play. Let's zoom into Ellie. She got like green eyes, isn't it? Greenish eyes. Depth of field makes her blurry and the background more clear. Let's reset that. Color filter, let's see. Black and white. Oh, so that's what the render modes were in the game that I bought. So I can play the game actually like this. I can play it in black and white, which will look like a comic book feel. I can play it in Western, I'm guessing. Is the render mode is I'm wondering if it's only for the photo or can you play the game like this? Royal. This is very colorful, almost like a comic book. Vintage. Summer. Sunset. Infected. Damn, imagine playing the game in this in all everything red. This is how the infected see the world. Everything red. Winter. Noah. I like to play the game in this kind of style. Noah. No, I don't think this is the modded version. This is just like a photo mode. I just found out it's in the game. Black. Maybe like you can take pictures of the game and I can do some like shots of the, make it into shots or something. Film bars, logo, grunge, tonnage. A lot of things you can work around with this, like that's like a picture, nice picture there. Shade snap. Net. Film grain, what is that? Oh, it makes it like a black and white TVs, isn't it? The grainy effect. Brightness. Imagine playing the game in this darkness level. Really dark. Ellie is invisible. I think that's all the thing in the photo mode.
That girl is so
This is
skinny.
maybe we're halfway through the game, isn't it? Let's see if I... No, she doesn't look so pretty, Ellie. You don't need to worry. Oh yeah, I forgot about doing the ambience in this part, right? Yeah, need to work on that. Just right here. This is the exact spot. It'll look cool. Cab. I think the cab is coming in the way. Oh yeah, this is the exact. I'm gonna do my ambience video in this part. Anyway, bro, I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to continue tomorrow with we'll show you how to make the game. I think that one will be 1 hour 25 minutes. If it's got music in it, it probably got copyright. So let's see. I'd like to see how they make the game. I haven't seen it before myself, so. And after that one is finished, we watch that one, how they made the game. Then we'll do the backstory of Ellie, left of us, left behind. Oh yeah, see you, man. Thanks for joining.